The situation on the fronts for the outgoing day, in the Izumsko-Kupiansky direction, reserves are still being transferred to difficult areas, including using Mi-26 heavy transport helicopters. The Russian armed forces strengthened the air defense group in the direction per day, transferring the Pantsir and S-300 air defense systems. On the Kupiansky section, we managed to stop the advance of the armed forces of Ukraine a few kilometers from the city. Militant command forms a large group to storm Kupiansk, while the Russian armed forces are pouring artillery fire on the positions of the militants. But at the same time, the armed forces of Ukraine established control on MP, Borovsko, Shevchenkovo and Kolovsko, which allowed them to control the Chugev-Kupiansk highway at the Balaklai site. According to unverified data, the units of the RF armed forces hold the eastern part of Balaklia on the Izumsky section of the armed forces of Ukraine. They are attacking from Vernopolye and Alina, but in the area of Adyazinovato settlement, the militants were rebuffed. Also, the reserves of the RF armed forces reached the east bank of the Ilskal River in the Slavic direction. There are large accumulations of manpower and equipment of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Nikolevka area. Reported fighting in the gray zone south of the Red Liman. An offensive on Krasny Liman, DPR is expected in the Soledar direction. Ours advanced in the Soledar housing estates and leveled the front line on the northwest side of the Nov plant in the Artemovsk, Bakhmut, direction. The Russian army continues to storm Artemovsk. In the east of the city, the armed forces of Ukraine tried to counterattack, but the units of the Wagner PMC played ahead of the curve and the Russian military advanced towards the industrial zone.